Liquid thread seal or PTFE? Which one would you use? I'm going to go through the pros and cons about both of these. There are pros to using PTFE, there are cons to it. There are pros to using liquid thread seal and also cons to it as well. Both these things have a place inside our toolbox, but which one is easier to use when it comes to building up a fitting, to putting it in, to stripping it down and cleaning, and to reusing again, and which one is more prone to new users and sometimes fully professional plumbers from making a mistake when they're actually using it. Stay to the end of the video where I'll tell you the 3 pros that there are to using liquid thread seal over PTFE, but before we do that, let's show you how you can use each one of these, and remember to hold tight. I've got myself a little radiator here. Tell you what, it's a nice little rad. I don't really want to damage it, so I'm going to be a good boy and just put it in a vise. Nah, I'm not going to do that. That'd be nasty to a radiator. So put that in there. That'd be alright, wouldn't it, Max? Maxie?
Yeah.
Look at my vise action. Look at that. Put that in there like so. It's going well, isn't it? What I'll show you first is applicazione, as they say in Italy. I still love these, and look, I've actually got some gripper lock in here. Cool, I tell you what, it is cold today. If you could feel these tools, you would feel very cold right now. Why are they not locking on, Max? What's happening? Max?
They don't work in the cold.
Funny, trying to be funny. Take that with one hand. How cold's that? It's cold, isn't it? Cold and small. Right, okay, so normally what you do, you get your radiator. We might as well just dress it up now, get it all on. I'll try to get this pressurised afterwards as well, just to prove to you how quick it is to get a seal on a bit of the old liquid thread seal, but also how quick it is to get a seal using a bit of PTFE as well, because there is pros and cons to using both, and often it comes down to the practicalities of using one product over the other. I must say I have been using quite a lot of liquid thread seal lately, and as you probably know, the one I've been using the most is Gripper Lock, X-Pro Gripper Lock, the revolutionary thread sealing liquid, non-drip. As you get older, that's what you want, believe me. PTFE, so I've got a roll of PTFE here. Number one, this is the main sort of issue I don't like about PTFE, so this is a con number one. Con number one is PTFE just comes out like this. It goes stringy. Usually what you end up with is like one tiny bit like that that's ridged up a million times around the outside, and you have to break the side off to get that bit off before you get down to a nice flattened bit that you can actually use. The next thing is application of PTFE. People get this wrong so many times, and I'm actually going to do a separate little video about it on how to apply PTFE properly. So if you get this the wrong way, and the wrong way, let me just look at it. Look at the hat, and my hands are freezing at the moment, so this is even harder on cold British weather that we have at the moment. If I go like that, with the roll coming off the top of the roll, the further I roll, the further away my roll is going to go from the fitting. So Max, you're going to have to stand back even further. Look, I'm going further back, because I'm doing it wrong. That's the other issue. You've got to learn how to do this correctly. Okay, so let me just pull that back so it's nice and done. All right, so now we've got a nice flattened bit. I've seen really old school guys cut that off with a set of scissors. Max, can you believe that? Would you use a set of scissors on that?
Set of what?
Set of scissors. So look, usually you have to do this. So you get this on here like so, and then I generally start at the bottom of the fitting and then I put it on like so. Okay, just keep going like that. The other problem that I find with people on this is they put too much on. So look, let's make a mistake. Let's put too much on. Let's make a mistake. Look at this. Loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. And we'll put it in this end here. Put it on. And look, if we get it the wrong way around, say it was going the wrong way around, see that sort of coming out a little bit? That is because sometimes you can put it on the wrong way around, right? But we're going to put it on the right way around. And as you can see, it does bite in nice and easily, okay? So you just nip that up with my amazing, I mean, these are the most amazing tool ever. Look at the way that just does that. You can buy these on my Amazon store. Okay, and there we go. That's on, and that's done. So one pro that PTFE has over liquid thread seal is the fact that you can use it on plastic fittings. So if you're going onto the bottom of a toilet or something like that, where you generally have plastic fittings on the bottom, if you're a plumber, you're not going to use the plastic toilet valves because they're not very good. You'll only use the brass ones, in which case you can then safely use a little bit of grip lock. So you saw how I did that there. It's a bit of a pain in the bum. Now we move over to liquid thread seal. Give it a quick shake. Sometimes I find that it gets blocked up in the end, but give it a little squeeze, we're all good, okay? Very easy to do. You don't need a PhD to be able to use this stuff. Look at that. Nice and easy, just run that around there. Like so, a bit on there, and then a bit on the inside of the hole. Max, come on, Max. I'll just put a bit in there, and then run it round with the end of the nozzle. Start off like that, and look, literally just run it in like so. Look at these guys. If any of you lovely people out there want to know what to buy your DIY or plumbing friend for Christmas, I recommend you buy one of these. They are so good, these things, aren't they, Max? Max, stop laughing. I bloody love them. What a lot of you are going to say is like, well, we have to wait for that to dry, don't we? We don't have to wait for PTFE to dry. No, that'll be ready to pressurise right now, and it will pressurise right up to the exact same specifications as PTFE or hemp. It will do exactly the same thing. By the way, at the end of this video, click on the link in the description below to enter a competition to win one of 5 Grip-A-Lot bottles. All you need to do is follow Plumber Parts and Sealant Wholesale on Instagram, like this post and comment tagging one of your friends. The competition ends on the 2nd of December 2024, and we'll message the 5 lucky winners then. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, now another question that some people might have is what if I'm trying to get this on the bottom of a fitting? Obviously liquid doesn't run uphill. Well, this stuff actually kind of does. I usually just give it a shake, get it into nozzle like so. Right, and I'll just show you, get it like that and then squeeze a bit and you'll see it comes out uphill. So you can get it round fittings at the bottom. Now I've got a little bit of a driblet that I need to get rid of. Look at that, perfect, see, always, and it comes with a table that you can clean it on. Max? The other thing as well, just goes in here, nice and easily out the way. And I leave it, I've got a couple in here, and also I've got a massive version of that as well, a big thing of it. PTFE, I always hang it on little ribbons by the side of my bag. It gets bashed up a lot. I mean, one thing I would say the PTFE might have a pro in is it's probably a little bit cheaper, because the roll of this stuff, what is it, about 40 or 50p or a quid, something like that. So as you know from the previous videos where I've used Grip-A-Lock in loads of things, it works straight away, it seals. I mean, I've got to say, I'm very, very impressed with it. But we do sometimes have to strip fittings down. What I want to do is show you what it's like to strip down a Grip-A-Lock fitting that's been put together for ages. I've got one for you to show you in a minute that I did earlier. Here's one I did earlier, as they say in Blue Peter Land. But let's just have a look what it's like to strip down a PTFE fitting. As you can see, we've got the PTFE in there at the moment, right? And you want this fitting to come down nice and clean again. Another thing, PTFE, do not use PTFE on bib taps, all right? Because it doesn't lock and you want the bib tap to stay in position. Grip-A-Lock, guess what? The clue's in the name, all right? So look down here at this hole, look at that. No one likes to see a furry old hole like that with all furry little bits of PTFE in there. It's just annoying. And you have to sometimes spend ages getting this stuff out if you want it to be perfect to start again and put a new fitting in. But even worse still, we got it on here like so, all right? And you got to get it off and it goes all stringy and it's just annoying. So I want to see, because I've not actually had to strip down a Grip-A-Lock fitting before, so I'd be interested to see if it's easier. Now what it says on the bottle is that sometimes you need perhaps to have a little bit of heat, perhaps not. It depends how long it's been in. This fitting that I've got behind us here, I'm just going to take this off. This has been on since the summertime, this fitting. Did it with Grip-A-Lock. Look how clean it is as well. No sort of white munge sticking outside of it. It might be a bit of a crack to get this off, but let's just have a go, shall we? That is tight. It's locked out. Thing is, I've never had to strip it down, so then you've got that in there. That's the stuff. Blimey, that does come off clean. Well, quite impressed. Hopefully you'll never have to really do this, but sometimes it's part of life, isn't it? Just getting these things stripped down and sorted out, ready to work again. And then obviously we all know already how easy it is to put this back on. Look at that. And it doesn't drip, guys, that's the one thing. So we've got a new fitting that we're putting on because we're replacing it. And then look, we just do that up like so. And that's it. God, So the 3 things that I absolutely love about Grip-A-Lot that you've been waiting for throughout this whole video. Number 1, it's so easy to install, even a complete idiot could do it. Hey Max. Sorry mate.
I thought you were talking about yourself.
Bullying in the workplace. Oh wow. 2, it's really, really clean to do. You don't have all that like stuff sticking out. You don't wind it on wrong, which can be a real problem. And lastly, this is non-drip. So there are other types of liquid thread seals out there. This one does not drip. So you don't get it all over the carpet or anything like that. And once you've wiped it off, those fittings look absolutely immaculate. Also, having Grip-A-Lock in the bag means I don't have to keep going to the van to pick up PTFE all the time. It's really, really annoying. And I've got a feeling as well that a 50mm tub of Grip-A-Lock here will probably last me, well, easily about 4 or 5 reels of PTFE. So in a way, there is a bit of a saving in money and posiblemente time. So we've got PTFE and we've got X-Pro Grip-A-Lock. Which ones do you think you would use? I think both have a job to do in the tool bag. Definitely like using this because it's so quick and easy to use, but sometimes it's handy to use this on sanitary wear, especially if you're using plastic threads. The one thing I would say that's a con against PTFE, you need to make sure you're using the right one if you're going to be using it on, say, potable water or gas fittings, whereas this will work on both. So you've kind of covered all those bases there, but definitely have both in your bag. I'd highly recommend you get some of this anyhow and give it a try. Links in the description below, or you can go and get it over on our Amazon store. So go and check it out now, and I hope that this video helped you out. But before we do that, let's have a look and see how easy they are to fit.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought you were right.
You just saw what I do when Max does a whip transition. I go, how much innuendo can we get into a video about PTFE and liquid thread seal? Right, okay.